Today we're joined by a chairperson who is well acquainted for all our young people. Our chairperson is proof that you can be traditionally rooted and globally relevant at the same time. He's the Paramount Chief of the Breman Traditional Area in the central region of Ghana. He took his stool on the 31st May 2009, but long before the palace, he was sitting in a classroom just like you young people. He's walked the walls of St. Augustine's College in Cape Coast, earned a mechanical engineering degree from KNUST, and later added an executive MBA from the University of Ghana Business School. So yes, he did the reading, he wrote the exams, and he earned it. He spent over 25 years in the corporate world working for giants like Shell and Air Liquide, rising to become business-to-business marketing manager for Africa, driving strategy across 17 countries. And that's not a small thing. But here is what makes him uniquely qualified to speak to us today. He came back to his people, back to his roots, and as president of the Central House of Chiefs, he was re-elected in 2024, and he launched the Asumdwe Project, a peace initiative so powerful it led to the installment of 8 Paramount Chiefs in just 18 months. Asumdwe, peace, and that's, young people, is exactly why he sits in his chair today as our chairperson. He currently champions SWIM. It's the Students' Workforce and Innovation Movement, connecting young talents to real opportunities across Africa. So when he speaks about your future today, it is not because he's read it from a textbook. He's actually designing it for you. Please rise, young people, and all the good and great hearing gathered, as we receive our chairperson for today, the Manhin of Breman Traditional Area, Central Region, and the President of the Central Regional House of Chiefs, His Majesty Odeefuo Amoakwa Buadu the VIII. Your Majesty the Chair, your audience.
Please sit. Mr. MC, my name is Odeefuo Amoakwa Buadu, not Odeefuo. Odeefuo is a prophet. So if I should act as a prophet, then I'll say that the menace will be coming down rapidly soon. Honorable Chief of Staff, Honorable Minister of Interior, Honorable Minister of Education, Deputy Ministers, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Board Chairman, and Governing Board members of NACOC, Vice Chancellor of UPSA, Representative of National Chief Imam, Nananom, religious leaders, Honorable MPs present, Honorable MMDCs, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you warm greetings from the President and members of the National House of Chiefs. It is a great honor to join you in commemorating the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. And I wish to convey the sincere apologies of the President of the National House of Chiefs, Ojahoya Ojebi, who is also the President of Western North Regional House of Chiefs and Omahene of Sefi Amiaso Traditional Area, who, due to circumstances beyond his control, could not be present here today. He asked me to represent him, and I accepted this responsibility with a deep sense of duty. I wish to express our appreciation to the Narcotics Control Commission for recognizing the important role of the chieftaincy institution in addressing one of the greatest public health and security challenges facing our nation. Since the United Nations designated 26th day of June as the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking in 1987, the global community has renewed its commitment every year to building societies that are healthier, safer, and free from the devastating consequences of drug abuse. Unfortunately, despite decades of international cooperation, the challenge has become even more complex. According to the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crimes 2025 World Drug Report, an estimated 360 million people worldwide, that's about 6% of the global population aged between 15 to 64, used illicit drugs the previous year, representing a significant increase over the past decade. Cannabis remains the most widely used drug, while the markets for cocaine and synthetic drugs continue to expand rapidly. Particularly troubling is the rise of synthetic substances, which are cheaper to manufacture, more potent, and often more dangerous than traditional narcotics. These are not merely global statistics. These represent broken families. These represent lost dreams. These represent communities living in fear and young people whose futures are stolen even before they have truly begun. And Ghana is not immune. The Narcotics Control Commission has repeatedly warned about the increasing abuse of tramadol, cannabis, red, and other dangerous substances, particularly among young people. The age at which experimentation begins is becoming younger, while drug trafficking networks continue to evolve in sophistication. This should concern every parent, should concern every teacher, every religious leader, every traditional authority, and indeed every citizen. Just last week, members of the Standing Committee of the National House of Chiefs had the opportunity to engage the leadership of the Narcotics Control Commission, and we were deeply disturbed by the evidence presented regarding the growing prevalence of substance abuse among our youth. It reinforced our conviction that this challenge cannot be law enforcement alone. And this is where the chieftaincy institution has an indispensable role to play. For centuries, our traditional communities have been built upon values that promoted discipline, values that promoted respect, responsibility, values that promoted communal living, accountability, and care for one another. Our ancestors understood something that modern society sometimes forgets, that the strength of a nation begins with the strength of its families and communities. I've still been struggling to find the exact Akan word for cousin. In Akan, there's hardly a distinction between one's sibling and one's cousin, because every child belongs to the community. There's an Akan proverb, "Prawohui uyi bakwa ebu, nase buma embu." Literally translated, a single broomstick breaks easily, but when many are bound together, they cannot be broken. This proverb perfectly captures the spirit needed to confront the drug problem. Government cannot do it alone. Traditional authorities cannot do it alone. Parents cannot do it alone. Schools cannot do it alone. Faith communities cannot do it alone. Success require all of us working together. The theme for this year's observance the world drug problem, persistent challenges, new threats, and innovative responses, reminds us that while the challenges are evolving, our responses must evolve even faster. Innovation means embracing evidence-based prevention. It means investing in education rather than ignorance. It means expanding access to treatment and rehabilitation instead of allowing addiction to become a life sentence. It means empowering young people with opportunities, hope, and purpose before criminal networks offer them destructive alternatives. Most importantly, it means reducing the stigma surrounding addiction so that those who need help will not be afraid to seek it. As traditional leaders, we reaffirm our commitment to working closely with the Narcotics Control Commission, government agencies, religious organizations, schools, civil society, and other local communities. We will continue to use our traditional councils, our festivals, our community meetings, our moral authority to educate our people, especially our youth, about the dangers of drug abuse. Every young person rescued from addiction represents a family restored. Every family restored strengthens a community, and every strong community builds a stronger Ghana. History will not judge us by the speeches we make today, it will judge us by the lives we save tomorrow. Let us therefore leave this gathering with renewed determination, with a new beginning. Had the opportunity to realize his or her full potential, free from the devastating effects of drug abuse. On behalf of the National House of Chiefs, I congratulate the Narcotics Control Commission for this unwavering commitment to its important national cause. It is now time to accept, and I formally, with honor and humility, accept to play the role of chairman for today's program, and may our deliberations inspire concrete actions, stronger partnerships, and lasting solutions for the benefit of our nation, Ghana, and the world at large. Thank you. God bless us all.
One more time, help me say thank you to the Mahin of the Breman Traditional Area, who is the president of the Central Regional House of Chiefs, Odeefuo Amoakwa Buadu the 8th. Agbeni Osiachi.
Tradition in his roots, greatness in his steps, vision in his crown, youth on his left.
From the cocoa fields to the council seat, he walked hard, talked deep, heavy heart, steady feet. Paramount mind, reading far past the shoreline. See the future in the faces of the kids in the front line.
He say stand up straight, carry your name like gold. Every proverb that he dropped, ancestor stories told, and traditions he holds. Tradition in his roots, greatness in his steps. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Vision in his crown, swim on his chest.
King Odeefuo, lead the way, no rest. Honoring his legacy in every breath. Tradition in his roots. He tell the young ones, build what I can't see. Turn every bright dream to a promise you kept. Student fire, workforce rise. Innovation in their eyes. He just clap, smile wide. Let the eagle learn to fly. Palace to the campus, he connect each road. Every hand that he not gon' feel the power he hold.
Tradition in his roots. Greatness in his steps. Greatness. Vision in his crown. Swim on his chest. Swim on his chest.
Hey, King Odeefuo, Amoakwa. He doing no rest. Honor in his work, legacy in every breath. Tradition in his roots. Greatness in his steps.
Forward, thinking royal, but his sandals know the soil. Ancient stories in his voice, yet he point where we go. If I rise alone, then tomorrow stays small. So I rise with my people, or I don't rise at all. Tradition in his roots, greatness in his steps, vision in his crown, vision in his crown. Swim on his chest, swim on his chest.
Hey,